Russ, Kettering here, and to be fair, they're not a bad side, Kettering, are they really? And it was always likely to be a fairly tough encounter.
Yeah, I was really pleased with the performance, to be honest. Should have won the game, but we didn't, so just ourselves down and we go again. Wasn't for the want of trying. But you know, there was lots of positives in that game. Did everything by score, so relatively pleased, and we move on.
Yeah, Kettering seems to be the one side below you in the table, capable of stringing two results together, because at the moment nobody else can, and it's a bed to flavour. They've had a good run coming in.
Yeah, that's why they've sneaked into the playoffs, so fair play to them. Like you said, I think everyone below ourselves is probably losing a little bit of form. Hopefully we've come out of our bad patch in March and we're just ticking along nicely now, and we've got 4 big games to go until you know, we are where we are. So listen, I'm not worried about anybody else at this stage. I think what will be will be. The winners of Gateshead or Brackley will go up, and then the other 6 will fight it out.
This weekend, it's a test of character in a number of ways, really. Not least, it's a long way to go, is it, to Blyth?
Yeah, just a bit. But you know, again, another tough game, fighting for the lives, Blyth at the moment. So you really got to be, you've really got to keep an eye out on that, and we've got to back up the performance on Monday, sorry. And if we do that, I think we'll be okay.
They seem to have had a strange season, Blyth, because they've sort of gone in little spurts. Sometimes they'll string 3 or 4 results together and you think, oh hello, they're getting out of it, and then they drop back into it again. Yeah,
I think that's most clubs as well. Look at the likes of Guiseley and Telford, they're still all around it, and Farsley. You know, it's one down this season and no one wants to go down. I think Blyth have been really lucky the last couple of years in terms of retaining their league position, but you know, got the new manager in, he seems to be working what he's doing. You know, and he's played catch up all year, so we've got to be really careful. You know, he's brought a nucleus of players that he wants from the North East into the squad, and we've got to be on our man.
I remember interviewing one of their former managers there, and he says we have to use the geography to our advantage. Unless you're Darlington or Spennymoor, it's a long way for anybody to go to Blyth, really, and they try and use that to their advantage, obviously.
Of course, listen, they've come down to us early in the season, and we beat them 3-0, I think it was. But again, I'm expecting a tough game. But I'm expecting a tough game for every game we've got left of the season. There's something to play for in every game, and everyone wants the 3 points, and we're no different. We'll go up there trying to win the game.
Now, given that transfer deadline day was about a month ago now, as we're speaking, you managed to add to the squad. Tell us how this has come about, Corey Panter.
Yeah, well, we signed Corey about 8 weeks ago, to be honest, and really cruelly, and unfortunately he got injured within about 5 minutes of the first training session, so we sent him back. He had all the scans and had all the treatment, and Luton have been fantastic, to be fair. They've kept the loan open, and they just said, look, he'll do a rehab at his parent club, and as soon as he's fit and ready to go, he'll come back to us. And he's trained with us the last couple of days now, and you know, he's got to be part of us going forward.
Tell us about him, what position, what sort of player he is?
Well, he's a left-sided centre-half, he's a big boy, highly thought of at Luton, who are having a fantastic season in the Championship, and we've just got to be part of his development, whether he's got to be a bit park or whether he's going to play in the next month. You know, he's got to invest his time now with us for a month and get us where we need to be, so I think anybody at this time of the year is a good body, and Corey's definitely that.
You're going to lose Matt Stenson, I think?
Yeah, it's just part and parcel of the loan situation, to be honest. After 28 days, the parent club have always got a right to call a player back, and it's the 29th day today, and it was the phone call I was dreading, to be honest. But listen, Halifax have got their own priorities, and I totally understand. Pete rang me this morning apologising, to be honest. Nothing to apologise about. It's one of those things. If the shoe was on the other foot, I probably would have done the same. But it's just unfortunate. I think he's really enjoyed his time here in the last month, starting to get fit and starting to play and contribute to us. So yeah, he goes back, and thanks for his hard work, and we move on.
Was it the Southport game? I think it was, where he had a tremendous game in terms of assists.
Yeah, it was great. He linked up well with Morgs that day. He had a decent hour at Chester as well. And he come on the other day and he could have scored a hat-trick. So listen, I'm disappointed, but I knew this could always happen. So it's not a massive shock for me, and we move on. We've got what we've got, and I'm pleased and relatively happy going into the last 4 games.
And last one from me, Cliff Moyer, can you give us an update on where you are with him and where he is?
Nothing updated from when I spoke to Steve. Obviously he had the scan on Tuesday and he's seen specialists now, so unfortunately I've got no news on that. It's not good news, by the by, so we've just got to wait and see what the professionals say, and we'll move on from there.